Shubor nakaslem jong unong san Hima.
Menteri Rangba Kajala Ukanrat Ki Sangma Mendangsngi ka Arpusan Tarik Jeli wa Raja Arpusan. Plie ka Williamson Sangma Meghalaya State Museum hadirin balapan bahapat dia ka Badan State Central Library. Ya kan kijing penbahai kan museum lapan bah da ketenat arts and culture jong ka sarkar jila. Bakran kan sngi Menteri Rangba ulakran shapang kijing terang balaslam jong ka sarkar jila ban Pynsah ban kentia wira ka Jinglong Tynrai ban ka Jinglong kerpang jong ka jila. Ulaong balabun tili kisnem ka sarkar jila ka lapanit jingmut bah hakalyang ka Jinglong Tynrai bat ka ban penlong yu ka jila ka badan yu kiriti dostor bekerpang hak berthei barok ka wei lakalong hak tian ka thalit ka riam ka bet Tynrai kijing deng kijing bam bat ka put ka tem ula banjur badan kam ban Pynsah ka Jinglong Tynrai hak rukam ka badan jingmut ngidei ban penroi bat prinskham ya ka kolshor ban tip ba manu ngidei nalor kata don kamru ban tho ya ka wei pa ka wei ka Jinglong kerpang jongi dak bawat benya aru ba kumno ka ne ka ni rap ya ka roi ka par bat ka yok ka kot ula ban rap hakani ka Plie ka museum ladan lang Menteri Ketenat kam jungo kai uba polling do Menteri Ketenat boarding wabu tahel mondal Chief Secretary uba DP Walang Commissioner and Secretary Ketenat Arts and Culture uba FR Kharkongor ringkat bat katukani ki he sarkar.
Put your hands together as we welcome our Honourable Chief Minister to unveil the plaque marking the grand opening of the Williamson Sangma Meghalaya State. Ladies and gentlemen, big hand please. Thank you.
It's a traditional Millennium.
In partnership with the Department of Geology of St. Anthony's College, and I just request Aunt Jennifer.
Students can come and study.
Yes. It's so easy. Yes. One of the things that we want to do in this section is to bring back this interest in snack collection. Probably it is a bit of the phones and maybe start looking at these old school hobbies. You are going to be back at home. So straight on, sir, as you can see. So what we would like to do with this museum is also make it more interactive. So as you can see right in front of you, we've also kept drawers which any visitors.
That's nice for the climbing rock. Yeah.
So the parents coming to
It's very nice. We should have been wearing shoes, but we can write it. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Because many of these books, many of these books are there. Yes, there were so many. You just keep it out. Very good. Photos they can get, so you can actually click on this and you will get the names as well as the history behind what that person did, maybe, So we just because and then we can make it like a Wikipedia kind of a thing where people can actually then upload it. If they have some data, they can mention that please, if we have data, please upload it about the person. If anybody else, make it open.
So this is a living wall. Basically, it just keep growing.
Let her photo get this. Come. So I think yeah, I think if we can do it in manner, we will cover the names. Nice. Yeah. You'll have to click from a bit far. Maybe you could go behind the box. No, I want this more for the kids. Yes. So the kids need to come and we have to make it mandatory for the schools. You know, that they have to bring the children to these parts to the museum. Now this, so somebody has to come and create it, and script it very well. And the guides out here should be very, very well trained. They should know every aspect of this thing. And then when the children are moving around, again with a small, the sound system, like they do in many other locations, they should tell their children the history, the different aspects, culture, the statehood, all these things. This has to be done.
Yes. So we have an AV section there, sir.
These maps, they have been scanned. One has been kept here in, of course, a replica of it has been kept here. And it's the oldest map that we have. It's from 1852. So this is an East India Company map. And they made this map basically to chart the road which is from right up to North Town. And as you can see, one of the interesting things about this map is the place of
the different historic aspects, the different cultural aspects, different creative aspects of the state and the people of Meghalaya. In the last many years, it has been the endeavor of our government to really focus on our identity. We've always felt that as a government and as people of the state, what makes us different from the rest of the world is our identity. And that identity is defined by our culture, by our language, by the different clothes we wear, the ornaments we wear, the food that we eat, the different music aspects, so on and so forth. And therefore, there has been a concerted effort from our government to be able to really nurture this in the best manner. Number one, to reinforce our identity and to make sure that we are able to really distinguish and distinctly give a proper shape, I guess, and proper identity to who we are. But apart from that, we've also realized that it is crucial for us to be able to document and preserve these aspects. And thirdly, apart from maintaining that identity, documenting it and preserving it, how do we make it more creative? How do we create an economy out of the creative aspect of our society? How do we incorporate culture? How do we incorporate our history, our identity, through this creative process into an economy in itself? And therefore, we've been working from all fronts to be able to bring all of this larger picture together. Just yesterday, some of you may know, some of you may not know, we started a program about a year back, which we call the Chief Minister's Research Grant, CMRG. And through this grant, we are supporting about 50 researchers every year. So it's a 9-month kind of a program, close to 12 months, where we give every research scholar 3 lakh rupees. So people apply, there is a committee, an independent committee that selects and goes through these applications. And then we select 50 people, we give them 3 lakh rupees each to then do the research that they are planning to do. And yesterday we had a small review about it. And I was amazed to see the kind of research that is taking place. There was one gentleman who happens to be Cyril's brother, I was told later. Cyril is our Commissioner Secretary, who was doing a research on the Khasi language and the phonetics aspect of the Khasi language, the pronunciations of it, and how that can be developed into a listening module or an application using AI technology to then create translation softwares which could then help tourists as well as students to learn Khasi. I mean, I didn't know that that kind of research also was going on in our state. Another gentleman, very, very excited, of course, and very, very happy with this CMRG grant, was researching about the traditional games in the Garo community, which was vanishing. And I thought that there were 3-4 such traditional games. But through his research, he came to know that there are 71 traditional games in the Garo culture, which have never been documented in the past ever. And obviously they're all disappearing, vanishing. And there's nobody who's actually taking any steps to look into that. There is one lady who was doing research on coffee plantation in Meghalaya, the history of how coffee plantation started, the way it has impacted the economy of our state, and why coffee, the history as well as the future, there is a huge scope for coffee plantation and how economy can grow. There was one woman who did a research on the remittance that is being sent by people from Meghalaya who are working outside the country and sending money into our state back to their homes, and how that money is being utilized and who is investing that money, and out of that money, how much entrepreneurship and different businesses are coming out. So it's just amazing the level. I can go on and on. I remember almost most of them. There was one woman who was working on archaeological tourism destinations in Garo Hills.
Number of programs since I resumed office in 2023. But today stands out as one of the most memorable occasions where I feel a sense of elation, pride and achievement in the fact that we have been able to complete the state-of-the-art Captain Williamson Sangma Museum, a museum that celebrates our history, our culture, our hills, and our soft power, and also a museum dedicated to the memory of a pioneer of the Hill State movement, Captain Sangma. The fact that we are here on the 53rd year of Meghalaya as a state should also help us reflect on how far we have come. And I'm proud to say that we have always been donning the rindia whenever we are welcomed to various programs and functions. But today, I don this rindia with a sense of pride that this has now been recognized globally and has got the GI tag under the present dispensation in power. It's a fact that we should celebrate. And we have taken the experience of visitors to Meghalaya to an entirely new level. The fact that here we are now refurbishing the auditorium and we will be having shows on a weekly basis, cultural shows. Add to that, you have the museum nearby. And a visitor can then walk to Wards Lake, where very soon we will also be having gondolas as part of the experience, and also the sound and light show. These are important landmarks in our journey to show to the rest of the world what Meghalaya is and what Meghalaya is capable of.